What up? It's Austin, Watchman 777747s. And you better go to my Telegram because you're missing out on a lot if you don't. It's the Watchman instead of Watchman. The Watchman with 47s. This is interesting. Breaking news. Here we go. Experts are warning America to prepare now as H5N1, the bird flu, it spreads to all 50 states. A group of leading health experts, South America 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Crazy how fast time's going by. Has issued a grave warning about the rising threat of H5N1 that could potentially spark the next major pandemic. It's crazy, man, because it's all planned. And I know I don't care if I get kicked off here. Well, I do, because I'm gonna just start doing Bible studies too. But I'm probably better at breaking the news than anything else. So there's fighting in Syria going on, continuing. Trump takes questions from the White House, from reporters outside the White House. Federal Minister of Information, Pakistan, I can pronounce that name. Hang on. Let's see what Marty you got. Make sure you got Marty's 2-minute warning. Yeah, search up Marty's 2-minute warning on Telegram. In order to create a Telegram, you're gonna have to put in your phone number. Trust me, it's worth it. All right, let's go to Bubba, because this is interesting. Very interesting. I'm going to read a lot about the two-state solution, the Daniel 9:27 covenant coming up on June 2nd, between June 2nd and June 4th. Oh yeah, it says soon. Anybody, if you're new and not a believer, it says soon. The rapture is the tribulation is that soon. And once that ink is signed on that, once his signature is on that piece of paper, the AC, the Antichrist, we're supposed to be gone before then. I believe in a pre-tribulation rapture. Saudi Arabia regional security just requires speeding up a fast solution to the Palestinian issue. Come on, man. October 7th. Remember that. They really want to get the two-state solution moving towards a accomplishment with Israel and other parties. They really do. It's all coming together. The Saudi Council of Ministers stressed on Tuesday that for the security of the Middle East region requires speeding up a just and comprehensive peace solution to the Palestinian issue. This is in accordance with resolutions of international legitimacy of an independent state of Palestine on the 1967 borders with East Jerusalem as its capital. Sounds like Daniel 9. Or sounds like Daniel, don't it? Here's the UN. The UN and Saudi Arabia and the U.S. are all fighting together, and everybody's fighting for the two-state solution, for their own plan. Egypt, everybody. Here's the UN. We must reinvest in efforts to achieve a two-state solution. UK statement at the UN Security Council. So even the UK, United Kingdom. While Saudi Arabia continues to discuss the coming peace and two-state solution, so does the UN. The UN Security Council had a meeting on the Middle East today where statements were given, including... Sorry about that. The UK believes that... One by the UK believes that the lasting peace and security can only be achieved through a two-state solution. And we think France and Saudi Arabia... France is at it too, by the way. France and Saudi Arabia, in that meeting on June 2nd and June 4th. I got a machine in my chest. It's a long story. But back to the breaking news. My voice goes out. And we thank France and Saudi Arabia for their leadership in preparing for a conference in June. You can't make this stuff up, people. It's right from the Bible, pages of the Bible. We should build on the era plan for Gaza's future development, credible security, and governance plans acceptable to both Israelis and Palestinians. Hamas must no longer govern Gaza or pose a threat to Israel, and we should build the compatibility for Gaza's. Hang on, where was I? Oh, here we go. Sorry, of the Palestinian Authority, which will be central to a future state. Finally, we must seize the opportunity to build lasting peace across the region. You hear all this peace and security. That's all. First Thessalonians talks about that. I forgot which chapter, but it definitely talks about peace and security being a false peace and security. Nah, it ain't. We're not. There's not going to be any peace until Jesus, the real King of Peace, comes back. Prince of Peace, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. What is this feast day? France continues to charge forward towards the two-state solution at the UN as well. The French foreign minister says, along with Saudi Arabia, France will organize in June here in New York. New York. I said New York. So the June peace security conference, whatever you want to call it, by the UN is in New York. You know who that, brother. Man, these people, they just put it in your faces. You gotta wake up, realize it. Watch out. I think we're gonna be gone sometime in here in May. Sometime, if not the last few days of April, in May, yeah, most definitely. I'm not a date setter, but that's just my opinion. Well, that's my belief. It's just a feeling. Peace there. The French foreign minister, along with Saudi Arabia, France will organize in June here in New York an international conference on the implementation of the two-state solution. Our objective is clear: to make progress on the recognition of Palestine and the normalization of relations with Israel. At the same time, this is how we will be able to guarantee Israel's security, regional integration, whilst responding to the legitimate aspirations of Palestinians to have their own state. This roadmap, by the implementation of the two-state solution, also involves disarming Hamas, defining a credible government structure from which it will be excluded, and reform the Palestinian Authority. The UN and its agencies must play their full role in this process. All right, so everybody is doing their own. The UN is doubling down on the two-state solution. Here we go. Especially living in peace. Israelis and Palestinians living in peace. Living in mercy and security. Where we have, this is Bubba, right? So, and I'm tired, so. Oh yeah, it's First Thessalonians 5, chapter 5, verse 2 and 3. Go search that up. Go look that up in your Bibles and mark it. For you yourselves know full well that the day of the Lord will come upon them like a thief in the night. While they are saying peace and safety, security, then destruction will come upon them less suddenly like labor pains upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Yeah.
Are you talking to yourself?
No, I'm doing a video. Sorry about that, guys. I don't care. We're family. We're all family on here. That's my mother. The two-state solution is coming. The plan is coming. But guess who is coming for it first was right? Jesus! Yeah! We are getting so much closer every single day now. We are. Alright, well, so it will take place in June 2025 in New York. Why is it New York? You know Trump's in there in New York, right? I don't care. I really don't. So, It will take place in New York in June this year. It will be co-chaired by France and Saudi Arabia and is open to participation by all UN. See, I can read right between the lines of this. Co-chaired by France and Saudi Arabia. Co-chaired, huh? But why is it in New York? Just makes you think, who is the Antichrist? But I really don't care. Well, I do care, so I can warn so you and me can warn our families. It's go write some letters, and I'll put a link in the description box below about with someone I know. I'm sorry about that. Y'all can hear that. It's crazy how the Bible prophecies coming to so fast. The weather. I'm supposed to get some. We're supposed to get some tornadoes here in Alabama tonight. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Once the peace treaty is signed. The purpose of is to urgently chart an irreversible path towards the peaceful settlement of the question of Palestine and the implementation of a two-state solution. Yes, it says that, but what Trump says Putin is easier to deal with than Zelensky. That's probably true, actually. One of the very few true things he says is come out of his mouth. That's true. United States are. I can't say anymore, but they arrested two people from other countries for something. Go to also search up Breaks News. Pakistan says India plans to attack in the next 36 hours. Oh. That will kick off everything right there, in my opinion. The Pakistan, India. See, it came out of nowhere. No one expected it. I didn't expect it. Everyone I know on Telegram and all of us in the prepper, the Watchman community, none of us knew it. Saw it coming. I mean, at least that none of anybody I know of. I did not see it coming, but I think it's going to start off a buzz chain of events to go off. Crazy. It's just crazy how things are adding up. And here it is. Here's Keegan Fernandez. Search him up. I trust he's my most trusted source. We are right at that point where 1 Thessalonians 5:3, when they say peace and safety, talks over a nuclear deal with Iran and talks for a two-state solution there and sudden destruction. The rapture, Jeremiah 49, Isaiah 17, and the Psalm 83 multi-front war, which is countries surrounding Israel, which all of them are in place right now, by the way. A peace summit is scheduled on June 2nd, 2025 to enforce a two-state solution and a 7-year peace treaty. Yeah, you heard me right. 7 year. Where have I heard that before? Oh, the Bible. 7-year peace treaty. A treaty and covenant set up for the Antichrist to confirm Daniel 9:27. It's rapture countdown, baby. Search up Keegan Fernandez on Telegram. Alright, this video has been long enough, longer than I wanted it to be, and I'm tired, so I'm hungry also, so bye guys.